Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watching, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen folks, there's a link tree down below. Has the links to all of my social media platforms. Please follow me across all my social media platforms and talk to me because I talk back. Also down there as well as the links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there. Subscribe to all my YouTube pages and turn your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Listen, Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be doing a live radio show. We'll be talking about the Jets. We'll be talking about this, past game and all these things. Please call in. You know what I'm saying? I had a live stream today. We had a blast watching the game together. We're doing a live radio show tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Call in. Let's talk about the Jets. So with that said and done and put to the side, I'll come to talk to you folks today about the New York Jets beating the New York Giants 12-7 in the Jets' first preseason game. Listen, there's a lot to talk about and a lot to cover, okay? Coming into this game, there's a lot of question marks about the New York Jets roster, particularly the offensive side of the ball. And a lot of people were wondering what we were going to see. What was the Jets going to look like under this new coaching, regime that we have here with Sulla and Mike LaFleur as our offensive coordinator, and what was going to happen out there. All these parts that we constantly saw moving around on the field during this offseason, during mini camp, during training camp. What is it going to look like under the bright lights? And boy, let me tell you something. The Jets really showed themselves tonight. They really, really did. So I want to start with the offensive side of the ball. And I'm going to start with Zach Wilson, okay, the guy that a lot of people had a lot of question marks. All of a sudden, a lot of people in the mainstream media have gone on a real bashing train, a bashing tirade about Zach Wilson. All of a sudden, he's going to be terrible and all these other things. Let me tell you, tonight, Zach Wilson looked very solid. He really got his rhythm going, and once he got his rhythm going, you could almost feel and see the confidence in him. He was 6 for 9. He had 63 yards. One of the drives that he had actually led to a field goal. He looked good. You could clearly see that the things that they talk about with his arm strength, once he got, a rhythm going, he was very decisive. The ball came out of his hand very quickly. He made a lot of really solid throws. So I was very excited about his performance tonight. He looked good. I want to continue to see him build upon that. Again, I think our offense, as we continue on down the preseason, we'll see him push the ball more downfield. But he made some very quality throws tonight. Even when you look at our backup quarterback situation, there's a battle there. Let me tell you something. Zach played pretty much into the second quarter, and then after that, Mike White steps out. And Mike White was very efficient. Like, he was efficient, okay? This guy came out there. He took what was given to him. He checked the ball down when he had to check the ball down. And, he made the throws that was there. He took what the defense gave him. You know what I'm saying? And I was very, very impressed by Mike White coming out there because I didn't think he was going to be the first quarterback out there after Zach Wilson. But he was, and he looked really good. He did miss a throw to Vincent Smith. Coming down the field. If he would have hit him, I really thought that Vincent would have been able to take off and get a touchdown. But everything except for that, Mike looked really, really good. So salutes and hats off to White. He was very thorough tonight. And then James Morgan came in a little bit later on in the game. You could see that James Morgan is a man that is playing hungry. He looked good too. He was a guy that was... But he was trying to push the ball down the field a little bit more. He was letting it loose. He was finding guys. He was hitting guys. He played very well as well. So this backup quarterback situation is really heating up, and we're going to see who comes out of that scrum. Again, we didn't even see Josh Johnson tonight. But James Morgan and Mike White, they're fighting, and they're looking solid. They're looking like guys that, maybe, again, we'll see more of them going on in the preseason, but maybe one of these guys could end up, being a backup quarterback to us. And we shouldn't have been, as concerned as we were, thinking, hey, we need a veteran. Maybe these guys are going to be ready. So we'll see as preseason continues on. You look at this running back situation tonight, and I told people, I know this scheme. This Shanahan scheme, I saw it. I'm here on the West Coast. I watch the Niners. Guess what? We going to run the ball, dog, and we did tonight. Okay, listen. Carter, Ty Johnson, and P. Ryan, who actually had a TD tonight, those guys were let loose, particularly Carter and Ty Johnson, especially with the first team. Ty Johnson was impressive. A lot of people didn't really think that he was going to be able to do some of the things that he showed tonight, but I've been telling people about his ability. This was a guy that was pretty much put on the shelf constantly with Adam Gase, was not utilized correctly. But tonight we saw all of the ability. We saw him be shifty, be able to move through a hole. We saw him be able to go out there and do his thing within a scheme that was allowing him to go out there and make plays. Carter was impressive tonight too as well. And again, P. Ryan with the TD later on, he looked good as well. I just want to see a little bit more of P. Ryan with the first team as we continue on throughout the preseason. But I was thoroughly impressed by the running game, particularly by the offensive play calling for the running game. It really is. It really feels good when you're not seeing an offensive coordinator constantly call a halfback dive. You know what I'm saying? There's other things you can do, and we saw LaFleur really take advantage of those things, particularly because our offensive line played very well tonight. Very, very well. Even without ATV, this offensive line was able to open holes and move things around. So salutes to the Jets offensive line as well. This tight end position, there's a battle brewing there as well. Listen, Croft, Griffin, even Wesco looked very solid tonight. Chris Herndon, had a catch for 9 yards. He's got I'm looking to see more out of him. Again, that man could be knocking on your door this year, Chris. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens with him. But let me tell you something, man. Kenny Yeboah had a big fumble tonight. I don't know what he was doing. He grabbed the ball, caught it, and didn't really secure it enough yet. Just tried to jump. I don't know where he was jumping and had a fumble. He's going to have to clean up those mistakes as he continues to go forward if he wants to really step into this tight end position and set his foot and get a hold of a position here on this football team. So tight end positions coming around. The wide receiver position, I thought our wide receivers looked solid. Davis looked solid tonight, but Mims, to me, really showed up tonight. He had a big play, a big play tonight where he ran for almost 20 yards, I think it was, where he drugged some guys and was pushed forward and was able to get a first down and keep the chains moving. He really showed up tonight. He had 3 catches for 51 yards. He was really big. Vincent Smith looked good tonight as well. I think he had 3 catches for 39 yards. And also, again, White missed him for what I thought would have been a TD. So our wide receiver core showed up and played well. But let me tell you something. Our defense, whoa! It's the real deal. It's the real deal. I know everybody is like, Joe, what? Listen, the defense is real, okay? 2 games, 2 years, Joe. 2 games, 2 years. Listen, CJ Mosley, immediately. First drive, when they put him out there, he almost had an interception. That dude is flying all over the place. He was in everything. Running plays, he's coming down. He's playing hard. Passing plays, he's in coverage. He's doing well. CJ Mosley, if he stays healthy, is going to have a monster season. I already see it. He played extremely well. The pass rush, real deal. Bryce Huss, John Franklin Myers, Dumafor, a guy that really came on as well. Rankins, let me tell you something. One word when you talk about this Jets front, pressure, okay? If you're not prepared for the pressure, have a good one, because they were all over the place. They were all over the quarterback. You could see they're in the backfield. They're causing havoc. Even if they don't get the sack, they're making the quarterback make such wild adjustments that the play just doesn't work. They're causing disruption, and if you're not ready for it, you're going to have a long day. Even the Jets' second team was scrappy, man. I liked a lot of the things that the Jets' second team did. There were some guys that really showed themselves tonight, too. Rashid Jr., this guy, linebacker from Oregon, he had 1.5 sacks tonight. He played very well. Marshall as well played very well. He actually got a sack that was a safety, that really set us up really well. So salutes to him for that. One of the questions that I had, though, on our defense was, particularly our second team defense, this quarterback position. Ballantyne did not have a great night. He lost the guy in the end zone. I'm talking about the guy routed him up. He lost him in the end zone, and the guy was wide open, caught a touchdown. Ballantyne going forward has really got to clean it up, got to start keeping his head on a swivel and get a little bit better in coverage. Again, he's a guy that we're going to see used in punt coverage as well, and also punt returns, but he's got to clean it up if he really wants to be a part of this cornerback situation and play it a little bit more on defense, because he had kind of a suspect night tonight. The last thing I want to talk to you folks about is the special teams. This Jets special teams is solid, man. And one of the things that I talked about earlier with Marshall getting that sack for that safety, that was set up by the amazing punting job that Braden Mann did tonight. Braden Mann looks like he's going to step continue to step forward and get better and better as a punter. And this is one of the things that I talked about. This guy was kicking and pinning these teams on their 1. That's where we got the safety. He's pinning them inside their 10. His kicking was so solid tonight, it was unbelievable. So it's good to see Braden Mann just continue to step forward and put his foot into the NFL and let people know, listen, I'm here to stay. I'm serious business. I have a leg that is really going to cause you issues. You look at our kicker situation, Chris Nagar, the kid from SMU, he was 1 for 2 tonight. He missed his second field goal. And Amendola only really tried an extra point. He was 1 for 1. So we'll see that battle continue to churn and burn and go on. So tonight, I was thoroughly impressed by the New York Jets, particularly the coaching staff. I really like the way that we look. We're a well-coached team. It looks like we're more well-coached than we've been in years, let me tell you. Just from the looks of this game, we look like we have an offensive identity, like we have a clue of what we're doing. It just looks solid. So I was thoroughly impressed by the Jets tonight. I want us to see us continue to build on that, particularly Zach Wilson, continue to build on this performance and get better. So please comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. Can't wait to hear your folks' opinions about Zach Wilson, Jets defense, all that stuff. So comment down below. Let's go back and forth. You folks have a good one. Peace.